UK and Great Britain and Team GB. It's very funny. Morning.
Okay. Morning.
I was just telling Elaine, there's a comedy trio, Foil, Arms and Hog. Some people kind of love them, some people not really into them, but they do a very good explanation of what Brexit is, and it's hilarious. It's like two lads, Maria in the Jacks having a chat, and the next thing he's like, sorry, what's Brexit? And he was like, the British exit from the European Union. The European Union. And then your man goes through everything between the difference between Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland. And it's actually it's very confusing but very funny.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway, weather-wise today, it's going to be generally cloudy actually, mostly dry for the day, which is good. You'll see the odd bit of a passing light drizzle in places and light patchy rain, but generally it'll be dry and overcast, and temperatures today highs of 16 degrees. So nothing too bad again this morning, and outside, I mean, it's not really that bad again outside, so it's grand. It's grand.
Yeah, it's a nice morning, I think.
Yeah, it's grand.
Although I got some home heating oil earlier this week, so I'm like, let's put loads of heating on now, and I totally overdid it because I got up this morning, I went downstairs, it was boiling in the kitchen, so I might have jumped the gun a little bit with putting the heating on. Yeah,
I did last week. No, I have to say.
You?
Yeah, last week was cold. This week was fine. Last week was cold though. Oh Jesus!
Right. So with the top trends that you're waking to this morning, all about Jose Mourinho once again today. I'd say if you're a Manchester United fan, you're just sick of the fact now that everybody's talking about everything that's happening at Manchester United constantly. So they're trending again today because they drew with Valencia last night in the Champions League. 0-0 it finished up. A poor game by all accounts. He said afterwards it wasn't a bad result. Was it a bad result?
Yes.
Okay.
He should have won, really.
It was a home game. It's now, I think, their fourth home game without a win as well. And Jose criticising more of his players as well after the game, which is never a good thing. He also responded to fans booing the players off the pitch by saying that they're entitled to freedom of speech. Sure. So they're two of the top trends. Munval, and Jose, two of the top trends. GBBO is trending, Great British Bake Off, another episode last night which I missed again, so I don't know what happened, but people are already talking about next week's episode because they showed a clip of a cake falling on its side.
Yeah, you know the way you can get up the GIFs on Facebook or on Twitter.
Yeah,
I saw it this morning and it was all like these kind of like
oh no!
shock horror as a cake fell apart.
So that's next week in Great British Bake Off. And Arlene Foster is also trending because of her comments that she's made about the Good Friday Agreement. She says it's not untouchable, but Taoiseach coming out and telling her to back off, and he says that it's not up for negotiation, or renegotiation I should say.
In the papers this morning, the Times Ireland edition has a brilliant photograph of Melania Trump on the front page holding a baby.
Show me this photo. I've heard about it.
In Ghana. But now, the headline isn't in this. The headline I saw on Sky News this morning, I was telling it in the office. The headline said, Melania Trump holds baby in Ghana. It was like the most clickbait thing on their website this morning. The main story, though, says Brexit is a moment of opportunity, insists Theresa May, and Freeman banks on voter support to pay back the €120,000 loan. This is Joan Freeman, who just 2 days ago officially launched her presidential campaign. That makes the front page of the Times there this morning. The Examiner says chaos in the air as radar fails. No planes allowed to enter Irish airspace during tracking blackout. It didn't affect Dublin. Now, the papers that run with this story only mention Cork and Shannon. So whether or not it affected Kerry, I don't know. But they had a radar shot of the Irish country last night in the airspace, and there was only planes on the east of the country, nothing, complete black and darkness on the Irish side, or on the west side. Between Cork, Kerry and Shannon. Yeah, so they're investigating now. Some backup kicked in eventually, I think. 100 suspects after child abuse image searches is also on the front page of the Irish Examiner this morning. And inside, an interesting story, hundreds of schools to change entrance policies today. So the government's ban on the use of religion in enrolment procedures could force hundreds of schools to amend their policies for applications for next year, starting today in those schools. The Independent then this morning says granny flat grant planned for budget, house conversion relief pitched to help empty nesters in downsizing. And that same story about the Irish airspace also makes the front page there. A backup system was deployed and now there's an investigation to find out exactly why or how the radar system failed. And sailors from Irish Naval Service are staying on board due to the high rental prices. This is shocking. So members of the Irish Naval Service are having to stay on board the ship because there's a bed there and it's free for them, as opposed to paying the shocking high rents that are happening in this country. And I love this story.
That's kind of a weird story. I would have thought when they were off duty, if they're on their leave, let's say they're on 2 weeks leave or something, I presume someone else got their bed on the ship.
That's true, yeah.
So their bed is still there and empty if they're not there.
It must be, I suppose, yeah.
It's strange.
And Kim Kardashian has been revealed as the most dangerous celebrity to search online. So if you want to be, extra super safe with your virus protection and make sure that your computer is perfectly safe and healthy, then McAfee, the crowd who do the computer virus, are saying that cyber criminals have attached various bugs and different things to the Kim Kardashian name. So now it doesn't mean that if you go and Google it, you'll get a virus, but certain websites you'll click that you think you're clicking on, maybe let's say a makeup tutorial or one of her businesses, could actually have some sort of bug in it. And it's very likely she's the highest chance of getting a virus by doing an internet search on your computer.
Not sure I've ever searched for her.
Yeah, I was just going to say, thankfully, I've never searched for her because I have zero interest in her, but I just thought it was interesting.
You don't really need to search for her. She's just there all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
She's on everything.
She's on, hang on now, because if you open Snapchat, I saw something yesterday, do you know those stories that appear in the
Is
feed?
today the 3rd of October?
Yeah.
Okay. That means we're, 28 days from Halloween? And we've got some big news on the show as well this morning about our annual Halloween competition. It's back. We've got full details on Kerry's for breakfast this morning. More nice prizes and hopefully more amazing Halloween stories from our listeners. The children of the county get pretty sick when it comes to writing Halloween ghost stories, Andrew, don't they?
They get very, very graphic. Yeah, I don't know where it is now. Something to do with her cheekbones.
So it's back. Her cheekbones.
I don't know what it was.
It's back, and we can't wait to tell you all about it. We'll do that between 7 and 9 on the show.
Yeah, so it's good crack again. And if you want to go back and listen to the previous winners, they're all on podcast on our website. Go to the podcast section. Like creepy, like it's. And actually, every year we get the newsroom involved in kind of helping us to judge them and pick a best of them.
Yeah.
And like they're all in agreement that there are some children probably should go and get help. Because there's we're getting stories from all ages, right, up to the age of 12. But you're getting stories from 6 and 7 year olds, and you're kind of going,
they're mad.
How do they know about beheading, and how do they know about stabbing a fella into the eye to make his brain fall out his nose?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff we've been getting, terrifying.
Yeah, I was trying to think back to when I was that age. I don't think I would have written something like that.
No,
it would have been all just like a ghost appeared and...
Yeah, we get a lot of that stuff too.
A strange sound. Yeah.
I love those stories. And they actually are very funny to read. The ones where, myself and my friend Elaine, we went up to this house. Next thing, a ghost appeared. We had to run home and then we hid under the bed at the end.
Yeah, and then I woke up.
And then I was in the shower.
So it's back. Halloween ghost story competition. It's our 4th year, is it?
Yeah.
5th? 4th year.
Well, it's I think it's our 4th year of doing the podcast.
Yeah.
I think you were doing it a lot longer than
I
I was.
So we really enjoy that every year. It's a great competition, and as I said, full details during the programme this morning. So that's about it from us for the video for today. We're live in about 4 minutes' time here in Radio Kerry. You can leave a comment here if you want to get a request on the show, or you can text or voice messages today on 083 300 3300.
We're going to play Endgame as well. But as Elaine says, if you want to voice message us, you can tell us a song you want to hear on the radio as well, and we'll play it for you.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Morning.